Welcome everybody coming in. Thank you guys for being here. Get started here. So I figured I would do a short live or a long live or however it works out, and we'll discuss Austin and what's happened today. I mean, I ran the premiere earlier. It was pretty heartbreaking how the Ohio PD treated the mother and Austin's sister. This is awful. I'm floored at their behavior and how this mother was treated, guys. It's terrible. We're trying to get his story out there and his name out there, his face out there. Please share his posters, share his story, share these videos, and let's get Austin home and some justice. Welcome, single mom, Arctic, Callie, Sluggy, Chris, everybody that's here. Appreciate everybody coming in. I'm gonna put his poster up here. And you guys, I'm new at going live. I'm more of a edit and put it up kind of gal. So I appreciate everybody being patient with me. All right, let's see if I can get my screen share to work. It is not wanting to work. Hello, I love my creative spirit. Welcome in, hun. You guys, I got the link pinned up there at the top if y'all want to jump up. Anybody's welcome to get up here on panel. And I'm going to try to get my screen share to cooperate here, and we'll take a look. Let's see here. Chris Gideon's Austin's mom might pop in if she doesn't sleep through it. Oh, honey, I definitely understand. She needs to get some rest. Definitely. I mean, I would be honored for her to come in, and she's welcome to come up on panel or just listen in either way. But yeah, my prayers are with her and strength and positive vibes, and we're gonna bring him home. Like, we're definitely gonna bring Austin home. We're gonna be a loud voice and an unstoppable force together. Guys, this is where if you see something, say something. And I can't believe these people are getting away with abducting a child, and the PD, you're just okay with it. Okay, and this is credit to Bing. You guys can check her out. She's over on Levels channel and a bunch of other good channels there. And it's been a long day and a long weekend, so I apologize. I'm a little off. I just did want to come on and have a live here and get Austin's name out there. Okay, so we did finally be able to get 19 to run Austin's case here. Lorain police search for missing 12-year-old boy who is autistic without medication. He's been missing since July 17th without his medication. Lorain police are asking for the public's help in locating the 12-year-old boy who went missing several days ago. Lorain police said Austin Arthur Lauer was last seen around 6 p.m. on Sunday, according to police. He may have entered a car in the area of West 17th Street and Washington Avenue. Lauer is autistic and does not have his medication. Then it goes on to the phone numbers and everything. And guys, I'll drop these phone numbers in chat, but we know that he's been cited and pinged in Sandusky. So I'm going to drop these numbers in. And I turned up my sound. The girls are saying I'm having trouble here with the sound, but drop that. All right, there you go. Sluggy, you up?
Hey, I can hear you a lot better now.
Okay, cool. I had it turned down on my ears.
Yeah, I can hear you a lot better.
You up? Awesome.
Can you hear me?
Hey, I can hear you a lot better now.
Yep.
Okay, cool. I had it.
Sorry, I left my YouTube up.
Oh, man. All right, get all my stuff back together here. Sorry, guys. Like I said, appreciate everybody coming in. Get back to where I can see chat. Hope that's not shrinking my screen. I bet it is. All right. You still there with me?
I'm here.
All right. Make sure I didn't lose you. All right. So this is what the channel 19 posted. Of course, these are his pictures.
And that was posted today, right?
No, that was posted on the 22nd, which would have been yesterday.
Okay, so we're starting to catch some wind.
Yeah, and that's what we were looking for, was some good media
Some traction.
Right, traction, exactly. Hey, Sandra is here with us. Welcome, honey. Thank you for coming in.
Yeah, I have a list. I'm compiling a list of news outlets.
All right. Thank you so much, Sluggy. I appreciate everything you're doing. She's going to blast out some emails and get some emails out there. Sandra's mom, she's here
Sandra,
in chat with us.
I emailed and emailed and emailed far and wide. They will hear.
Yes, like I said, we are a loud voice and a force together. You got Arctic, you got Callie, you got Sluggy, you got Checking Convictions, you have all these great creators and Krama Mama and everybody level-headed that's jumping on and sharing Austin's story. And this is what we need, guys. We need to get his face out there, his story out there, and what the way that the mother and sister was treated today. This needs to be put out there. These police cannot get away with this. They treated victims' family and the family's victims themselves like they were criminals.
That was heartbreaking.
It was very heartbreaking.
And it happens so often.
It's over the power, the force, the overforce. It's crazy. It's absolutely insane what they could get away with. And then when you need their help, it's like they're not there. Absolutely. Single mom of 4. You're not a creator, but you are awesome and you're amazing in the work you do. And we love you. Yes, absolutely. Arctic Fox is right. You should be a creator. And
yeah,
it was
and even
wrong.
if you're not a creator, you're still a big part of this behind the scenes, and you can do as much emailing as we can. You can do anything that we can.
Oh, thank you, Chris. I appreciate that. I would love to be a part of it. I'm here for the right reasons, and we're a force to be reckoned with together. And Sluggy here, she's got a great channel, and Arctic's got a great channel. Like I said, everybody I mentioned, man, is amazing, and together we're a force. You can't help but hear us. We're loud. All right, Sandra, I'm gonna bring you on here. Welcome, Sandra.
Hey guys, sorry, I was in bed when I got the link for this.
Oh, you're good, love. Like I said, you need to get your rest. I appreciate you coming up. I'm honored. I just want to make sure that we're getting this story out there for you, girl.
I sure do appreciate it, y'all. I've gone to the length of getting handcuffs put on me today, so it's been a long day.
Oh, I know, and it was heartbreaking to watch. I could not believe they treated you like that. It just, what the hell's going on, man? What's wrong with the police that they are going to treat a mother of a missing child like that with your child there with you?
It's absolutely insane. I mean, they knew that we were out of the town. You know, they tried saying that we were yelling things that we weren't. I asked them to go back, look at their body cam, the dash cam. You know, because the only thing I yelled was for my son, and they gave me a disorderly conduct ticket.
See, that's insane. That's insane. They have to have proof. I mean, they're going to have to show proof, especially after we get this exposure out here. They're going to have to show proof. They can't do this.
Right.
They can't treat you like that.
I showed him the Instagram ping where it said that it was in that neighborhood. I showed him the text messages that said that people knew he was in that house and they were trying to, you know, have, like, when they stepped out, they were trying to get pictures, you know, things along those lines. But, you know, none of that is evidence enough. I told him, you know, I'm yelling in the neighborhood because, okay, if he's not at Taylor's, fine, great, whatever. He pinged here. He's here somewhere. So let me holler for my son. If he's not at Taylor's, you know, maybe he got lost out in the neighborhood somewhere, and if he's hollered for, he'll come. You know, like, we can't just, like, not say anything as we're, you know, towns away looking for my child. Like, we can't just drive around with the windows up, AC on, and just, like, look like that. I mean, you got to call them.
Absolutely. It's a normal thing when your child's missing to yell their name.
Right?
Arctic, welcome up. He's come up here on panel with us. Thank you
I
for coming
mean,
up.
You did what any mother would do. I mean, yelling and screaming for your kid, and when you know he's there, no one should be able to fault you for that. And the way that the police treated you was absolutely atrocious. And I hope that the video I put out, as well as some of the other creators today, I hope that clip goes viral.
Oh my gosh, I barely posted that thing and you guys were on it. It was awesome.
Yes, ma'am. We do, you know, we do great work. I have to say the team is amazing and I love everybody, and everybody was on top of it today, multitasking and getting it out there for you. Everybody did great work. I got articles shared out there too.
I mean, I was calm the whole time. Like, I really could not believe that they arrested me. I knew that big guy, he was just being like a butthead the whole time. But, like, for real, what are you going to arrest? Like, I didn't go on her property. I wasn't saying anything bad to her. You know I did say that I hadn't said a word to her, but the only thing that I, you know, did say was, like, let them search. Come out. You ain't got a ride? You got plenty of cars, or come with me. Come help.
Right, absolutely.
And that was it. Then I told my daughter she wasn't worth the time. Let's continue handing out posters and talking to neighbors.
And you were doing the right thing. Exactly. Knocking on doors, posters. I mean, that's what a parent is doing. You're calmly doing it. You're not out there, you know, yelling and screaming and acting a fool. You were peacefully putting out that your son was missing. It was just, it's completely disgusting how they treated you. I was floored, heartbroken, just infuriated, all in this. I mean, all kinds of emotions all at once.
I'm not on camera. Do you want to come over here and say anything?
The funny thing is,
I got Victoria with me. It's Austin's sister.
Oh, hey, love.
Sacrifice and come say hi.
Hey, how are you feeling? Oh, bless your heart. I wanted to cry for you.
I'm okay now, though.
well, I'm glad you're all right, but they should have never treated you and your mom the way that they treated y'all.
Yeah, they were very disrespectful.
Oh, that's putting it mildly. And here's the thing. When Sandra was live, she clearly told Victoria, make sure you don't go on their property. So that's documented.
Right. Yeah, I did. I told her, you know, just kept saying, you know, make sure that we're not on her property, because, you know, she's got no trespassing all marked all over it. Like, you know, it's a like it's Austin's poster. Her house is covered in no trespassing signs. So, you know, we made sure to say, you know, tree lawn and not on her property. When we went through the back, I had to run at one point because the dog had picked up Austin's trail in the back of their house, and my daughter got drug on that trail with the dog for a minute, and she was managed to run back. That was that one Facebook Live. There's what you guys saw. And at the same time, it was an empty lot next to their thing. There was no, we were never set foot on her property.
Yeah, I saw where the dog caught Austin's scent. I did catch that.
Mm-hmm.
Right. It was peaceful. You were not there doing anything that deserved to be treated the way you guys were treated. You were doing what a mom should be doing and what a mom that is looking for her son is doing. I mean, it's disgusting. I'm ashamed of the police department.
So I did have a fella stop by tonight who's got a little bit of pull with the police department. I'm not, sure, we'll just say he's an elected official. And he is absolutely raising Cain for us now. We were able to retrieve the text from last time Austin got in contact with Taylor. And we were able, we're able to show that, she told him not to text, but to call. That way, there's not a trail of it. It was, there was quite a few disturbing texts that we were able to recover today between Austin and Tyler, Austin and Taylor, and Austin and another child that they potentially have had.
Oh, wow.
Just how many kids have these people stolen? That's what I want to know.
They're coming out of the woodwork. Like, literally, it's ridiculous. And all of it the same story. The police said they can't do nothing. The police say they can't do nothing. They don't make the report. They don't follow, they don't follow up on leads. It's, oh, well, you got your kid back. Have a great day.
Well, I mean, just in your live video, there was the mom that had her baby stolen, and then there was the guy that was looking for his twins. So, I want to know why is she stealing all these kids? What's she doing with them?
Technically, I will say this. Technically, the twins, she did birth. But the father has been trying to get visitations, anything with his children, and she is denying him. Whenever he pulls up to visit the kids, all the lights go off and nobody comes to the door.
Ridiculous.
Wow. Absolutely.
So did they give you a specific reason why a silver alert couldn't be issued?
They have not. They just said that they're trying, but they don't know. It could take days, blah, blah. Like, no real excuse. Like, I've never seen anything take this long in my life.
Right. Then why would it be there? Why would we have that alert?
Right. I mean, it's the same alert that is for an elderly person with dementia who needs medication that wandered off. Austin's a young man with, he's a young child with some mental illnesses that requires medication. And the longer he's off that, the more his state is diminishing. And, like, my fear is that Austin, if he's not on his medicine, he's extremely hyper, he gets agitated, he becomes violent. There's at least 5 other kids in that house.
Well, I also want to point out that some of those mental health meds, if you just cold turkey them, there are some severe withdrawals and side effects. I mean, it's not good to just stop cold turkey on those meds.
He is on 2 meds that he should not stop cold turkey. And then again, he hasn't had his sleeping medication at night either. And with Austin, he's been on sleeping meds since he was 2. Like, prescription, the doctor gave it to us because he don't sleep without being medicated. I mean, as an infant, like, we took him to the doctor because he was up for 3 days, like no sleep, no nap, like nothing. It was just like, dear Jesus, help us out.
So has the neighbors, hi Sandra, my name, I'm Sluggy, I'm a creator, and I just caught wind of this, and I just had a question. I was wondering if, has any of the neighbors of these people claimed to have seen him?
Yes, it's on my live.
Okay.
On my live, I walked up to one of the houses and she said that she thought that she had seen him. I've had a random neighbor, I don't know exactly who it is, but they are, trying to get a photo for me. They're giving me information. They're telling me that he's definitely there. But again, like I said, I don't personally know that person. I may have knocked on their door today and not even known it.
Right.
She was boots on the ground today looking for her son because law enforcement are useless. They're not helping. We saw what they did. They
And
put
it's
cuffs
just,
on her.
it's so surprising to me because that other case I'm working, he got a silver alert, you know, before 24 hours.
And
It's insane.
that's generally what happens is they'll get a silver alert pretty much Johnny on the spot if there's any type of medical condition or anything like that. There is absolutely no excuse whatsoever why a silver alert has not been issued for Austin.
No, he's just being categorized into he's 12 years old, you know, whatever. He's run away. He's whatever. He's you know where he wants to be. It is what it is. Good luck. You know, that's basically what I feel like the attitude is. I mean, this last detective, he sounded pretty helpful, but again, it was Friday, so he's not in the office this weekend.
So in chat, do we know any history on Taylor, like anything specific?
She needs some help.
We got that impression.
I know she does have like, I mean, I know she's got the generic. She got it like the same thing every middle-aged woman she got. She got the depression and the anxiety. But she's got something a lot deeper. I don't know if it's been diagnosed. I don't know if she's ever sought medical or mental health. I don't know. I can't tell you. I can't put that out there. I have no idea.
Right.
Okay. I can't diagnose her as much as I would love to diagnose her. I do have a few diagnoses that I would put on her, but I'm not a doctor.
Well, you had told me that this Tyler that she's with, that she got with him as a result of grooming. She started grooming him when he was a teenager.
Yeah, he's been staying with her since he was a teenager. And then it turned into when Tyler had kids that she was going to teach him how to be a parent, and then all of a sudden they're together.
Wow.
So, and I mean, and together she put some effort into it because her and her husband got a divorce, and there was, you know, like a huge little battle with that, all kinds of stuff. I mean, her ex-husband, he's not a bad guy. He's really not. I don't know how he put up with what he put up with for as long as he did, but you know, he's really not a bad guy. He does what he thinks is right, you know.
Sorry, I'm a little bit behind too. I had a search I was doing today, so I just caught wind today. How long was she your neighbor? So you guys were neighbors back when, right?
Yeah, we were neighbors for about 3 or 4 years.
Okay.
And we weren't like direct neighbors. She lived on, like, we lived on the front lane, and she lived on the back lane. Mm-hmm. But the families on the back lane had way more kids than we did. So all the neighborhood kids would kind of, you know, like filter back there. There was more popsicles and Kool-Aid back there than on our end.
Right. And that's what it does sound like, sadly, that they're just treating this as a runaway case, which it's clearly not.
Yeah, no, it's absolutely not. It's more in depth, and it's, you know, it's a very deep case, and they're just looking at it like it's a mud pond instead of an ocean.
Right. Was she charged? I heard that she has done this before to a baby.
She has. We have a fella, he is attempting to find the police report on that. There was a police report made, but somehow she got out of it with absolutely no charges. I talked to one of the officers that actually remembered that case when I brought it up to him. And he said, you know, that's the same thing she was saying about that baby, that she loved him and that she loved him more than they could love him. And, you know, it's disgusting. Like, that's what she's telling my son. And she's got, you know, all these kids calling her Mama Bear. And
right. It's like she's brainwashing them.
Right. And there's another in the text that we just found. I don't, you know, really want to kind of let the detective look at it real quick before I throw things out there. But there is, you know, a picture of another boy who's obviously does not belong to Taylor nor Tyler. And I'm wondering if he, you know, may be missing too.
That's so scary.
That's terrifying. She has a history of abduction, and she's just walking the street.
This kid identified her as Mama Bear and him as her son.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
Well, we are behind you, and we are a strong force, and we're going to bring him home.
I sure do appreciate all the help we can get with this. This is the longest he's been gone. The longest that he's really been gone has been about 12 hours from my care. I believe he was gone for about the same time when he had left Applewood the last round.
Did you guys have like an altercation before he left? You know, was he angry with you? I know kids get angry at moms. And
no, he was actually having a reward of going to his friend's house because he had been having decent behavior.
Crazy. Okay.
So, you know, he's got one friend in this area over here, and we let him go to her play. The mom actually kept him overnight. She has cameras and stuff in her house, so she was fully capable, you know, watching him and keeping an eye on things. And the next day he came home while they went to the cast party. They asked, you know, hey, he's been doing really good. We know you need the break. You know, can Austin come play when we're done? I said, sure. So I drove him back over there about 4:30 and told him I'd be picking him up at 7 because he had an autism assessment in Medina the next morning. He's already been diagnosed, but they're wanting him to be reassessed. So we were going to go for that reassessment the next morning. And I told him, you know, hey, I'll be back at 7 o'clock. No ifs, ands, or buts. Like, you know, you play your heart out in this time, but I'm going to come back at 7 and pick you up. He's like, okay. And at 6 o'clock, you know, he unplugged all of her cameras and left. And she called me crying. I mean, I felt so bad for her in that moment, you know, and I was trying to calm her down and telling her, like, hey, we all expected this. Like, this is not your fault. Like, if I didn't think you were capable, he wouldn't be here. Like, I'm not blaming you. You did a great job. Like, you contacted me. You know, we got the police contacted. We did everything that we needed to do in a really speedy time. You know, so, like, please don't think this is your fault. This is what is going on between Austin and this family. Like,
right.
Even the facility he was at was expecting this to happen.
Right. So I know where I'm from, doing a welfare check. Can somebody do a welfare check on her children?
We've done 3. See, her kids are in the boat. Her kids are kind of in the boat of they can't go against what mom says.
Right.
Because
and I do apologize, Sandra. I just hopped on this case today, so I'm sorry if I've double questioned you. I'm sure you've gotten tons of questions.
You're fine. You never know if somebody just joined in and haven't heard it before.
And I definitely appreciate you coming up on panel and talking with us and sharing Austin's story. And I know you're exhausted.
Oh, my Lord, I definitely am.
Yeah, I can only imagine because I know I'm exhausted. I can only imagine how exhausted you are.
Man, and then, you know, I'm in that boat where I'm so worried once my head hits that pillow, I'm wide awake again.
Worried yourself so tired. You're past being tired.
I'm so slap happy. I'm about to go cover her house in donuts so the police will go there again.
Right. She, you know, I'm in Florida, but she, you know, this is going to keep on, and I may just have to make an unexpected trip with a bullhorn.
Well, you're more than welcome to join me at 9 a.m. on August 2nd at court for my disorderly conduct ticket.
Oh, wow. Nuh-uh.
Once they see that footage, that'll be gone.
Yeah, that better be gone. That's ridiculous.
I've personally emailed everybody that I can even possibly think of that footage. I don't, that will not stick.
Well, here's the funny part to me too, is the cop was actually, when he got me out of the car, he's like, are you calm now? I said, sir, I've been calm the whole time. He's like, He's like, well, I'm writing you it's a minor misdemeanor ticket, and here's your court date, and blah 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 blah. Well, I had a duck in my backyard, and I got charged for having wildlife in my yard. I also have an autistic boyfriend. We've been together for the last almost 5 years now. But so we had a duck in our backyard at one point, and the neighbor called the police, and I got a ticket for that, and it was a minor misdemeanor. When I went to court for that, I was gonna try to say that it's a special needs animal, because Lord have mercy, it was his special animal. And they said that they don't hand out, they don't give, you don't have an option of a lawyer if you're just having a minor misdemeanor. So I'm like,
wow.
that was the first thing that came to my mind, was the case with the duck. And so you just took my right away from having a lawyer to present what y'all did.
See, I don't even see how that's legal to take your right away from a lawyer. And it could have been an emotionally support duck.
Right. And to be honest with you, it was like, as soon as he came home from work, he'd go out to his duck. Like, it was a special duck. He would hold it, like it would eat his, like, peck at his beard. Like it was so stinking adorable. Like, oh my Lord, it's like those innocent moments. But he would, that was his duck, and every day, he did stuff with his duck. It wasn't neglected a bit, and we had to end up getting rid of it. It unfortunately got ate by a possum, but yeah, because I mean, we had to take it out to other property that we have, and we tightened up the pen as best we could, but we weren't there to watch it. So,
Aww.
but anyway, back to the thing that actually is the point here is, when they turned it into a minor misdemeanor instead of a regular misdemeanor, that does take my right away for a court-appointed attorney.
That's awful. I swear the system's so screwed up. It's so broken.
Right.
Kelly, I told Sandra, if she creates a GoFundMe for a lawyer or whatever she needs to use that money for this case, we'll share it on all of our platforms.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. I'll share it on everything if you create one.
I'm not gonna lie, I have to figure out how to get help with that, because I am so electronic and capable. It's sad. I don't know even how to work an iPhone, guys. Like, my daughter hands me her phone, and I'm like, huh?
Yeah, I've got Tater here, and he's my
I was
electronics.
I was excited when I figured out how to do Cash App.
Well, I mean, if you have your Cash App, I'll post that on here. And, if people want to help out like that, you guys are more than welcome to donate and get her, get her some help. Let's get her some help on being able to look for her son.
So I was just looking at my notes here. Does he have, like, has he reached out to any of his friends, or?
So me and his father are not together. I have sole custody of the kids. His father, we had a rough background. Anyway, he has reached out to his father's grandkids. I guess that's what they would be at this point in life. He's reached out to one of his granddaughters, who also has behavior issues. But he said that he was safe, and he couldn't tell her where he was, because my son signed into his Instagram on my daughter's phone before he took off. So whenever he uses his Instagram, we're able to see it. So we were able to actually, like, read the messages, and he's like, I can't tell you where I am, but I'm still in Ohio and I'm safe. And she was like, well, I'm thinking of running away to come be with you. And he's like, well, I can't tell you until you're in Ohio, so let me know when you get here. And he's like, I'm safe, though. I'm safe.
Did he sound like himself in the messages? Did he sound under duress?
No, I mean, if Taylor has him, he's a happy camper, until something triggers him, behaviorally.
Right.
I mean, Taylor does let them live their best life. She lets them trash the house. She lets them break windows. She lets them do whatever they want to do. She lets them color all over themselves, all over the house.
Oh Lord, I can only imagine. If you're gonna steal somebody's kid, what type of mom you're gonna be, or what type of person you're gonna be with children around. That just
Yeah, it's kind of like she's acting like a fun big sister, like I don't know how to
A sick,
describe it.
demented big sister, yes.
Yeah, she's. I spent a couple hours looking into her and Tyler before this, and I saw the dynamic.
We got a message, well, not me, but one of my best friends. It's actually one of Tyler's children's mothers. She had messaged Tyler's mother, and she said the last time that, this is kind of horrible, but she said the last time that she talked to Tyler, Taylor had just beat the crap out of him, and then she went in on the conversation about how Tyler needs to get away from Taylor.
Do we know how old she is? How old Taylor is?
So I thought she was a little bit younger than me, but I found out today she's probably around 29.
Okay.
Yeah, I was thinking 30s, early 30s.
Yeah, that's what I was actually thinking mid to late 30s, but yeah, no, she's only 29, and then I guess Tyler is about 26.
Yeah, I did do a deep dive on Tyler, and I found a couple interesting things about his family, and he looks like he has the same family dynamic as her.
Right. From what I also understand is, Tyler is on the spectrum. We do know that for sure. But we have found out that both Tyler and Taylor are both, SA survivors or victims, or however you want to put that. They both have that past trauma.
Oh wow. So this goes deep.
Wow.
Yes.
This is it's so unfortunate and horrible. The world we live in today, that people think that they can just do this and get away with it.
We're at
put a
almost
mother through
8,000
this.
views of the video on my daughter's page.
Oh, that's awesome. That's what we need. We need everybody to see these videos. May pull it up. See if I can pull it up here, guys. That's what we want. We want to see these videos. We want to hear his name, get his name out there. Let people see the way this mother was treated. Looking for her son, her missing son that has been without his medication. It's ridiculous.
It aggravates me too that female officer had all the time and all the capability of the world of going over and consoling my daughter, and she absolutely just stood by.
Right. And the way that she was spoke to.
Right. And the one cop telling her that, they should take her to jail too. That was ridiculous.
Yeah, it was. It absolutely was. In a panic attack, her dog was there. Her brother's gone. Her mom's in cuffs. She's having a full-blown panic attack. I was floored.
Right.
Right. And when he does come home, how do we assure that she isn't going to do this again? It's a cycle.
Here we go. We've got the
as soon as I get him, I plan on getting a restraining order. I don't want to get one prior.
They told us to leave their house.
That way, if I have to go again.
Sorry about that, guys. Didn't mean to cut that in there. I said,
can you get a temporary restraining order?
So see, if I get a restraining order for Austin, I believe I have to get the restraining order and then include him on it. So then it would also be that I would have to stay so far away. So in my opinion, I don't know exactly the legalities of it because I haven't, really got to speak to anybody. But I think that would complicate things more when it's time to go get Austin.
I think I would look really deep into that, because I think that you could actually get a restraining order specifically against him and her, And then if it's in violation, then he would have to come home. Maybe a pro bono lawyer, reach out to one of those for like a consultation. But I do think that the temporary, I do believe you can get a temporary restraining order with a 14-year-old, especially if you have proof that, this has
Austin's
happened.
only 12.
14. Sorry, I'm working on another 14-year-old.
No, my daughter's 14.
Yeah.
But I would really try to seek that route and go that way.
And this is the video on screen, guys, where she was arrested,
I'd already pulled
detained.
They're lucky you were being so nice.
I'm going to start it over, guys.
Like I said earlier tonight, if I wasn't the only one who had sole custody, and I can't just haul off and get myself taken to jail, because then Austin won't receive the help that he needs immediately after this situation.
Right.
With having sole custody, I'm the only one who can sign him in or out of medical care, so I can't really make a whole fool of myself like I would love to.
And we don't need you in jail. You shouldn't be in jail. You're a victim, not a criminal.
Right.
This is insane.
Wow.
How dirty my car is insane. Oh my Lord.
Girl, don't. That's definitely not what we're looking at here. It's just I'm trying to work it without kicking anybody off here. That's definitely not.
That's a Pepsi commercial all in itself.
We have to clean it once a week, because if we don't, it's awful. I mean, we're talking wading through it. All right, guys, this is the video.
Hey, record. Hey, why are you touching my mom? We didn't do nothing but yell it from my brother's name.
Start this so everybody can hear clearly his reason here.
So they just told us to leave their house. We did. Huh?
Come out the car. Step out of the car.
Why?
Because I said so.
Because I can't yell for my son in the neighborhood?
Turn out the jeans thing back.
Hey! Record! Hey! Why are you touching my mom? We didn't do nothing but yell it from my brother's name. Why are you arresting her? I was not. Stop! My dog! I was not. I didn't do anything! I didn't do anything! Let go of me, right? Oh, what are you doing? What is... Why? Be calm. No! Ah, what you said! No, you were arresting my mom for nothing. We were screaming my brother's name. You weren't. You didn't say we can't do that. Why? I'm just saying we're yelling for my brother's name. Has been gone for 7 days. We didn't do anything, man. We were just calling my brother's name. They're arresting my mom. We just screamed Austin's name out the window. Why are you arresting her on what account? For what? Mom! We didn't do anything besides call my brother's name! Why are you arresting her? Why? We didn't do anything besides call my brother's name. We didn't go back on our property. Why? I don't even live here. I live in Lorraine and you're taking my only ride. Oh my God, I can't breathe. Can I have my mom's phone? I don't have service. I'm 14 years old and you're not taking my only ride. I don't have service. No, because y'all said you were going to arrest me. I didn't do anything. He said he was going to arrest me. I need my mom's phone because I am 14 years old and she's my only ride.
Right. So why don't we do this right now, okay?
She didn't do anything, sir. We just...
I'm not the one that...
Victoria.
Victoria. Can you put the dog and you guys just hang out in the car until we figure out what's going on, okay?
We didn't... She's trying to get arrested. We didn't do anything.
I didn't arrest her, okay? So I'm going to talk to him, but I can't have you screaming and running up and down the street.
I'm having anxiety that because...
Okay, can we say
Yeah, but I don't want my mom because I don't know it. Well, no.
hang out in the car for now, okay? And I'll come talk to you. All right? Is that okay?
Yeah.
We'll one step at a time. All right? Let's just go back to the car.
She didn't do anything. We just called his name.
Listen, I didn't arrest her, okay? Just sit back in the car and we'll figure it out, okay? All right?
Oh my God. Can you tell them it's not fucking recording over here then? They just got my mom arrested. What else did they fucking want? No, because they took my brother. I know they do because it's the fourth time they've done it.
Victoria, close the door.
So during the time when Tori asked them to stop recording, Taylor and her father were pointing and laughing.
Oh my God.
I just thought I'd throw
That's
that out there.
crazy. Oh wow.
Yep.
Yeah, Sunshine, we do have somebody in our group that is very close to where this is.
We do. We do.
Yeah, we do.
We do. Guys, I'm sorry here. I'm trying to pull up his picture again so we have him up here on the screen. It's not working too well. But yeah, I wanted to get that videos with Sandra up here so you guys could see how heartbreaking this was, how she was treated, how her daughter was treated. It's important to get his story out there. Let's get him home. Look at what she's been put through today. It's horrible. It absolutely is, Callie. It's horrible. And Sandra, I'm going to drop that link in the description if that's cool with you so we can make sure that people can share that out.
Yeah, sure, absolutely.
All right. Definitely get the story out there, guys. Arctic, you still hanging in there with us?
I'm here. I'm working on like 5 different things in the background right now.
I feel you. That's usually me. I'm usually in lives and I usually say hi and then people think I'm gone, but I'm there. I'm listening. But
You guys
Sandra,
do so
honey,
much. I don't know how y'all get it done.
it's a battle, but it's, you know, it's the drive of being able to have good people like you in our lives and to be able to help. And that's, you know, that's why I'm here is to be able to help and have that good feeling in my heart that, you know, I was able to help somebody and make a difference, make a change, get these voices out there, be the voice, you know.
Absolutely. Absolutely. We've done it before. There was a little boy that was abducted on Easter Sunday out of Texas. Law enforcement wasn't doing anything to help his grandmother. He was forcibly abducted. The other grandmother was there visiting because it was his birthday the day before Easter. And the one grandmother actually got assaulted. He was kidnapped by his great aunt and his mother who had abandoned him when he was an infant. And I got that case going national, and we brought him home.
I remember that.
Absolutely great. It's great.
You know-
That's what we want to hear. That's if we get one child home, like it's amazing. Makes my heart smile, and that's why we're here.
You know, the sad thing is this seems to be the only major, like, get it out there outlet that I have too, because the media, they're posting some things, but they're posting so little. But I bet you if something happens, they're going to be all over it, like
Well,
they've been here the whole time.
The problem with the media is they're spinning it to where they're spinning it in favor of law enforcement. They're not putting the full story out there. Whereas you reach out to a creator like me, I'm going to call it like it is. I'm going to call a spade a spade. I don't care. I do have respect for law enforcement when they do their jobs, and when they don't, I have zero respect for them.
Yeah, they definitely don't do their jobs. Like I just said on the last podcast or live or whatever these are called a little bit ago, is, you know, when the police came to take the initial report, when they came back to my house to watch the video of the vehicle, neither of those times did they ask or take a recent picture of Austin.
Oh, wow.
So
Yeah.
honestly, the Aware Foundation is the first group that put out actual updated posts.
Yeah, and the Aware Foundation is awesome. They really go all out. They make flyers for these kids when law enforcement doesn't. And I actually do a lot of work with the Aware Foundation. If you go through my channel, you'll notice a lot of my videos are Aware Foundation cases. So
Yeah, they do great work. They do
I'm
amazing.
sorry, guys, if it sounds like my house is falling down behind me. We have like cats, and they are playing with everything at the moment.
Girl, you were good. I've got dogs.
I think they got into some catnip or something. I'm not sure.
A house full. I'm surprised they haven't started barking this time. Usually I've got at least one that wants to bark in the background.
Yeah, I feel so bad for Austin's dog. It's laying down here behind me. If you guys watch on that video, that dog stayed right on my hip as the cop was putting me in the car.
Oh.
You know, she picked up when we first got there. She picked up on a scent when Victoria was walking her in the back. She picked up on another scent when we were, you know, out by the cars. Like, you know, her hair raised. She, you know, started tugging. Like that's, you know, she started doing that coughing, breathing thing. That's her picking up on a scent, and she did that all through my Facebook lives. You know,
Right.
we know he's there. The dog even picked up on it.
Right. You've got the dog picking up on him. You've got the ping. You've got the history of her abducting him.
We got the text saying that he's in the house.
Yeah, you have all of it. So it's like, what are you missing? What's going
You know,
on?
like I said, I sent to the detective tonight the text messages from the text now that we caught Austin on last time that he tried to run away to her. We caught the communications between the two of them. You know, and you would think, like, I'm sorry, but my common sense says that if somebody's kid is trying to reach out to me, reach out to the parent. Okay, if you're feeling like you absolutely need to go get this kid out of a situation, pick the kid up, contact the parent, contact the police, contact CPS, contact somebody besides yourself, and say, hey, like, he's not missing, here he is. Like, I have him, but I feel this way. You know,
exactly.
Absolutely.
obviously we're lacking common sense on their part in this.
Clearly. A lot of it. Oh, and there's
You know, 'cause
zero.
last time she did have him, she instructed him to tell us that he was in Gatlinburg, Tennessee.
Oh my
Well,
goodness.
you didn't even tell them the best part. When you went to report Austin missing, they didn't even ask for a picture of him.
Yeah, I just said that a few minutes ago, but yeah, no, they didn't
sorry.
even. They absolutely did not ask for a recent picture of him.
That's crazy. They what the hell's going on with these law enforcement? I mean,
Here's
I'm the
here's
first one to call them out.
a better one that I don't know if you guys know or not. So the feller that I had come over today, that's going to help me push kind of the police department here, said that he had just helped our local city here install a bunch of cameras in case kids got kidnapped. So not only did the police not, like, they refused to go to the neighbor's house to obtain video footages from porch cameras, and we had to get that one on our own, but they have a whole system of cameras out here, like, that could have been utilized to see if Austin got into a vehicle. And they probably could have got the view that they wanted to get.
That's crazy. Just the video you have should be enough. That's what they holler. They need a description of the video. They need, or of the vehicle. They need a description of the abductors. You have that.
Yeah,
Not only that, you have a child with a medical issue. That's a silver alert. All the guidelines are there.
Their excuses are they do not, one, see Austin getting in the vehicle. Two, Austin left of his own free will. and that's what they're using.
That's crazy. Even if he left in his own free will, he is a juvenile.
And they're not even putting out a description of the vehicle, really, because they don't have a license plate.
Yeah, I think that's
unbelievable.
crazy too. They should at least put out a bare bones description of the vehicle. I mean,
Now,
I've done 20 cases where they didn't have a license plate, but they still put the vehicle description out. So.
I'm so tired tonight. I haven't got a chance to look, but in my daughter's video while she was having her panic attack, when she was heading down the street, there was a vehicle in a driveway just a couple of houses down there from Taylor's house that, to me, you know, at the quick glance that I got to look at it, actually looks like the vehicle that we caught on camera.
Oh, wow.
So, like, if you play like when Tori's down the road before the officer puts her in the car, as she's walking away, there is a white vehicle that looks similar. I can't say identical because, like I said, my eyes are crossing.
Right, girl.
But they, you know, it looks a lot like the vehicle that maybe she used their vehicle. Because when I, you know, told her that, you know, come help, she's like, I don't have a vehicle, when there was, you know, a vehicle behind her house and a vehicle there in her driveway. I'm like, you have plenty of vehicles, but if not, come help. But if truly those vehicles don't work, she may have borrowed the neighbor's car.
Right.
Well, I will definitely go back and look at that video and see if I can.
It may
get a
be
good
that neighbor with a
screenshot.
guilty conscience that's the one texting me.
Right.
Could be. I mean, here's the deal, and what people don't realize, a lot of times people won't even call in a tip because they think, that's small, people already know, surely law enforcement already knows about that. But 9 times out of 10, it's that one small tip that people have just completely overlooked that breaks the case wide open. So,
Yeah, every tip helps.
I mean, every fiber in my mama gut, and trust me, with this poor child, I've had to have a mama gut. It tells me that somehow these people have him. Like, they weren't in there long enough. He could have been hiding anywhere. They couldn't have searched an upper level, a lower level, in a basement, a garage, a yard, all of that in the time. Matter of fact, we didn't. The reason why I asked them if they looked in the garage was because I didn't see anybody go in the garage to look.
Right.
And at that, there's a possibility, we're thinking, we've heard rumors that Tyler actually has an apartment in that complex that's behind the house. And if so, they could have him over in that apartment just chilling, playing video games, you know?
And that would keep him content, is playing
And
video games.
I asked the officer if we can look into that, and he told me to get out of Sandusky.
So this is going to be a real weird question. Do you have his video game gamer tag?
So I don't have that, but we do have like his Instagram name and such.
Did he leave his gaming system at home to where you could grab his gamer tag?
So Austin is very, very extremely inappropriate on the internet. So we actually took all that stuff away from him prior to him even going inpatient. We couldn't let him have any devices that would connect that way. We ended up actually getting him. Do y'all know how expensive a Nintendo Switch is and everything to make that stupid thing work?
Yep.
Oh, girl, mine a PlayStation. It's outrageous. It's $60 for a controller.
I think we put out over $500 to put we got him the case, we got him the headphones, we got him the dock, the controllers, the separate thing. Like, we got all the shabam for this kid, you know, because we knew he can't be on the internet and he's going to be bored. So, you know, we had it all parental controlled up through my phone, you know, so he could basically go on there anytime he downloaded something, you know, it would show me. Anytime he'd get on something, you know, it would show me. So it was very easy. And then, you know, you can't just go on there and download anything you want. You can't download text now and make a phone call like you can on a tablet, you know. So, you know, we figured, you know, with that route we were pretty safe. So he don't really have a gamer.
Does he have his Switch with him?
No.
Of course not. Man.
No, we didn't. We didn't let that leave the house. Austin is very irresponsible with stuff. That would have been like, he would have been like, "Here, you're my new friend. Have a game system."
Right, right.
That's Austin. God love his heart. He is the most innocent pain in the butt. Like, he will take anything. Like, I'm at the point in life where I can't have any jewelry or anything flashy because he will straight up steal it out from under me and go give it to somebody random. Like, he loves to give gifts away, and he doesn't really care how he gets them. He just loves to give gifts.
Do you think that, something is not going to go his way over there and he'll come home? Or what's your
My
vibe
fear
on that?
my fear is that something is not going to go his way over there, and he's going to have aggressive behavior. Somebody's going to get hurt, and he's going to be a perpetrator instead of the victim in this situation.
Right, because they don't know how to
Because
handle.
literally, I mean, he is on some pretty. I mean, like, I make sure, like, I don't dope him up. He does not walk around drooling on himself or whatever. Like, we just give him, we work very close with the doctors, and we try to give him enough to where he's functioning on a normal level, where he's not bouncing off the walls, where he's not super aggressive, where he's not going high lows, where he's, just a good look. Because, like, at first I had a real hard time with giving him medicine. I wanted to be the no medicine mom, like, hey, we can do this with a cup of coffee. Like, but it really didn't work out like that. Austin, we took him to a neurogeneticist when he was 2 years old. And at that point, they told us that he was severely, dangerously ADHD, and we would have to get that under control before he could find out the other underlying issues.
Right.
Well,
So
here's the thing.
he started taking Klonopin at 2 years old.
Klonopin?
Not Klonopin, Klonidine.
Oh, okay.
It's actually a blood pressure medicine when you get into the higher milligrams of it, but for children, they use it to calm them down and for sleep at night.
Oh. Well, what I was going to say is, it's so documented in all of these lives that you've been on, the issue with him possibly acting out and hurting a child. So
I called the CPS up there, and I told them, like, hey, these guys took my kid. It really is what it is, but my son has issues, and I'm in fear for not only my son, but I'm in fear for the other kids. My son has suicidal and homicidal idolization, and if he were to act on any of that because he's off of his medication, like, that's not going to be a good thing. Like, you guys, like, the police, like, I explained to them, like, the police are trying to get a warrant, but they're unable to obtain a warrant. We all know he's in the house. We have all this evidence. Like, can you guys get in there? I straight said, like, like, my son, he's a victim in this, but he can also end up snapping and hurting somebody. Like, this is not a good situation.
Right. And it seems like they would be in fear for the other children's, safety and well-being, with you being his mother saying, hey, look, this is a possibility. Do something.
Right, because all of her children are younger than Austin. Well, all of her biological children are younger than Austin.
This is such a systematic failure again.
Again, exactly. And, it's like, this is insane how it's over and over again. And it's not just one area. It's the whole United States. It's all over the place, from one coast to the other. The cases
so
that we cover.
You do have people watching the house, so at least if he does leave, he'll be seen.
Hopefully, yes. Everybody but the police.
Right. They're clearly showed today what they're useless in helping.
Yeah, I don't understand why you can't just sit there in a lawn chair, but I'm sure they'd have a huge problem with that if you couldn't even call his name. Unbelievable.
Yeah, he told her not to come back to Sandusky today. That's Sandusky, Ohio, guys.
If anybody is game, if you can drive down that road and see if those flyers are still up or if they've been taken down, that would be beautiful.
We do have. Oh, sorry, Arctic.
I was just going to say, I'm sure we've got viewers that watch us from Ohio that would be more than happy to do that. So,
And we have a close mod that's very close to there too. So we will reach out.
Yeah, absolutely. She's been busy today, or she would be in here with us right now. So, but we will do everything we can to get his story out there and to help you any way we can, love.
Because
Yeah,
I just got
This is ridiculous.
I just got this sneaky suspicion that as soon as everybody left, those flyers came right down.
more than
Right, so
likely.
we need to get somebody boots on the ground to check to see. And if so, then we need to get some more, replace them. Yep.
My dumb butt went out there with just a very few flyers. I had gotten them off of the other mother, and I just didn't, so squirrely that I forgot to go make a whole bunch more copies before I took off down there. So.
Well, you're so exhausted, girl. You're running on fumes.
Speak of the devil, our mod just messaged, so I'm gonna fill her in real quick.
Okay. Thank you so much, Sluggy. We'll see if we can't get her boots on the ground, and we'll go see if we can't see if the posters and flyers are up.
So have you posted in all like the community Facebook pages?
We are all over we have a post on the CSI Lorraine. We have the Lorraine, Ohio page. We have the Lorraine Crime Watch page.
Okay.
We've had people sharing it out in Sandusky, the people that are, members there. We've got it all there. The Vermilion newspaper, I had received a message. They had made a thing in their newspaper. The Elyria Chronicle Telegram had made an article in their newspaper.
Good deal. Newspapers, that's something. At least we're getting somewhere with it, girl.
Right.
We've got, the Channel 19 that's got the online going, and the newspapers. That's good. But
my poor grandma,
it's still not good enough. We want him home, guys.
My poor grandma, she's in her 90s, and she is glued to a television waiting to see something about her great-grandbaby. I am telling you. My mom called me up today, and she goes, Sandra, she goes, call your grandma. She is going crazy. She just needs to hear your voice. So yeah, I had to call my grandma up. She's having a horrible time with this. She's like, he's my blood, and I'm praying, and, I know this old woman is wearing her knees in the carpet out praying. Like, that's my grandma. That's how we're still all alive, is her prayers. I'm not even lying on that one.
Oh, that's heartbreaking. Bless her heart. Yeah, prayers up for everybody.
And my daughter is named after her. So my mom was actually at her house when that video came across, and oh, my poor grandma.
Oh
my goodness.
This is so heartbreaking, man.
Yeah, I did reach out to a connection reporter that I have today, who is going to push him over to a couple reporter friends that she has over in your area. So I'm hoping we get some type of movement tomorrow.
Awesome.
Anything we can and everything we can, and use all resources to help you out any way we can, girl.
I sure appreciate it.
We're a strong community here, the people that we have, and I'm proud to be a part of it.
A whole nother part of this is, there's not a lot of community stuff out here for kids like Austin to do. He gets into a lot of trouble a lot of times because he's just bored. He can't enter into most programs because of the autism. If he can't enter in because of the autism, they won't take him because of past behaviors that he's had. They everything out here that we have to offer basically won't even accept Austin. We've had a hard time getting him even accepted into therapy.
That kills me.
That's heartbreaking.
When he got home, IHBT said that the intensive home-based therapy said that he was above their level of care. They can't help.
Do you have a boys? So weird, off topic, but my best friend's son, he's 13 and he has autism as well. And it sounds like kind of they're in the same predicament. But there's a club near us and it has like older boys and girls. It's like a Big Brother program. And they actually took him on. Really?
No. We've had people trying to backdoor us into programs, going, I promise, I have this, and this degree that he won't, and closed door after closed door.
We need more
we
resources.
Find a mentorship program that would accept him, or even arrested care that would accept him.
This poor kid's just being failed by everyone.
Absolutely.
He is. And my family, they do their absolute best, but each one of them are also at a point where, the friend that he was at, that was my only go-to for Austin to really leave and be with somebody. Like, my parents, they're getting up there in age. They walk with canes. My great-grandma, or my grandma, his great-grandma, like I said, she's in her 90s. My parents are in their 70s. They can't watch them. My sister, she doesn't have, really like a vehicle or transportation at the moment. So, if something were to happen, there's not much she could do. So she's not really in a position to watch him. Everybody else has, like little kids they're looking after and things like that. So we were really just stuck.
Right now, where I'm from, we have the Easter Seal Center. Do y'all have that up there?
I've never seen one up here now.
I will check into that and see. I just thought about that. I said, it's been a long week. I started a new job and my training and my brain's kind of mush. So I apologize for not thinking of it before.
Our town is so bad right now. I have been told by the police that kids can literally steal cars and go home with a ticket. Our Habitat for Humanity is closed down because they were misappropriating funding. Like, our town is just not good right now.
Oh, wow. It's like Tennessee. I'm covering the murder billboard of Tennessee, and it's just where law enforcement has absolutely just treated the families like criminals instead of victims as well. And it's crazy. The system's just, it's broken.
It happens
broken.
over and over and over. We need to make a change. And it's so hard. We see it every day, how we work. We see this every day.
Every day. And it's like I told Tater earlier, he said something about he wanted to go back to DC. I said, I keep covering cases like this and we're going to end up back in DC with bullhorns and posters.
Well, and the mother of where Austin took was taken from, that was like my number one support. Like, we were stomping the ground together. I have rheumatoid arthritis and fibromyalgia, so the stress has been a little extra hard on me. So she's been out there pounding the pavement. She's been out there, helping with handing out the posters and doing a lot of the legwork for me while I've been at, here at the house, waiting on phone calls, doing these lives, putting the media out there, getting people to share it, and at this point, they have informed her that we're not allowed to have contact with each other. So it's like they separated us both off and are looking at us in the investigation at this point. And to me, that's really weird. But on the other hand, it's really not helpful. Like, we need to, I'm his mom. I know his brain scheme. She was the last one who, he slipped out of the grips of. So we need to be working together, putting our minds together, coming up with because the daughter was an eyewitness to this. So we need to be coming up with things of, thinking of ways that we can ask the daughter questions that she would remember it, because she herself is special needs.
That's crazy that they're separating you two, but have not questioned the daughter.
Now, I have not been told that, but she has been told that.
Really?
It's like I said, she's being treated like a criminal instead of a victim.
Yeah,
and obviously you don't have.
I know this. I know this woman. Like, if I didn't, trust her, I wouldn't leave her with. Like, she didn't do anything. She is literally. She took her daughter over to Taylor's house because at some point, I guess Austin told her daughter that that's where he was going, And so she went over there with her daughter, had her daughter go knock on the door to ask if Austin could come out to play so she could get a picture of him over there. And, you know, like she's literally like pounding the salt right next to me. Like she didn't do it. I didn't do it. We're telling you who did it. Go and get my freaking kids.
Absolutely. And
Right.
that's what kills me. You've handed them the location, evidence. They didn't even have to do their job. Just follow through. That's all we're looking for is a follow through.
That's
Well,
exactly.
once
I
this
said it.
footage,
Go ahead.
well, once this footage gets out, they're gonna move. They're gonna move. You know, they're gonna get nervous and they're gonna make a move.
Yeah, they're going to have to do something because I guarantee you, once all these videos hit, they're going to have a fire under their ass like they've never had before. And the sad thing is that Sandra has spoon fed them everything they need to get this kid, and they still haven't done jack shit.
Exactly. Exactly. They didn't have to do anything but follow through. She did their job for them. And it's ridiculous that parents are having to do this. Parents are having to get boots on the ground and look for these kids, knock on doors because the police don't want to help. We have all these resources in the police department. We have all these different departments, and you can't get any damn help. It's disgusting.
And apparently you're not allowed to yell your kid's name in a neighborhood because you'll get detained.
And that's insane too. That's insane. Absolutely insane. I mean, I can't count the times that my kids have been out, and I raised 2 stepdaughters and both my sons. And when they got older, we would take them to the park and we would holler rock and roll because there was so many of them. I wasn't going through all their names, but I have.
We do Marco Polo in the store.
There you go. You know, you have your systems. You yell your kid's name. It's a normal thing, especially when your kid's missing or has been abducted. I mean, like I said from day one, this is a kidnapping. It is a kidnapping. Why is it not being treated as a kidnapping? It blows my mind. Absolutely blows my mind. And Yaney, love, welcome in, honey. Thank you, everybody, for coming in. Thanks, everybody, for showing support. And thank you so much for coming up on panel. Like I said, I know you're exhausted and have just been through the ringer today, for words of any other better word.
That I definitely have been.
But you've managed to get a state official involved, so hopefully that'll be a positive way forward. And the videos are getting thousands of views on Facebook. That's what we want. We want people to see how you were treated. We want people to see how this police department's handling a missing child's case. You know, when I called the news, I was not rude, but I wasn't very damn happy with them either. I'm like, come on, you know, what's going on? They need permission from the police department to run a missing kids case. What the hell's going on in America? You know, that's why they're supposed to be here. The media is supposed to be here to put out the news, to put out awareness, to put out, you know, these alerts. And we can't get an alert for a child that absolutely needs it.
Right.
It is insane. But Sandra, I want to thank you for coming up. Sluggy, thank you for being here. Arctic, thank you for being here. Everybody, thanks for coming in. Guys, I'm exhausted. I know y'all have to be. I want everybody to try to get some rest tonight. Say a prayer. Hug your kids tight. Hug your daughter tight. Hug her for me because she made me want to cry today. I want to shed tears for you guys.
Y'all know she said she's okay, but Lord, that kid has been on an emotional roller coaster since her brother left. Those two are thicker than thieves, and you know, like she can get through it one moment, but the next moment she's having, you know, her meltdown. So yeah, definitely please try to pray for that kid. You know, I'm doing the best that I can. All prayers are accepted. You know, it's definitely rough. I'm trying to hold it together. I lost it a little bit on the last podcast that I did, or live, or I don't even know at this point in my life. Whatever these things are.
Podcast live. We're all together. We call them think tanks, echo chambers. You know, we're here for as
the one I was on earlier. I lost it a little bit on. I've been trying to hold it together. You know, trying to get through this.
Girl, you're doing an amazing job. And, you know, if you need anything, you're welcome to reach out to me. My name's Christy. You know, I've shared out I'll share out the video. I did like it. I'll share it out. You know what I mean? I'll hit you up, and that way you'll have me if you want to reach out to me. I know Arctic's here, and he's great. He's amazing, and
I've got so many people like inboxing me and stuff, just like Arctic, I know who you are. Levi, I know who you are. I just like, if you guys could just like be like, hey, I talked to you on the live, I'm blah blah blah, that would be awesome when you guys message me, because I've literally, I don't even know what to do with my inbox at this point in life.
right, absolutely. And girl, and if, like I said, if you need me, you can reach out to any of us, and we're there for you. If you just need somebody just to listen to you cry and vent, we're here for you no matter what. And we're not easy, we're not hard to find, we're easy to find. We've all got our links out there, and just reach out. And I'm going to say this, and I'm not going to say this out of ill will, and everybody that knows here on YouTube, be careful who you talk to. And he'll give you some good direction on that, because everybody's not here for the right reasons. Checking puts our group in the real crime community. We've kind of broke away. We've decided we don't want to be the true crime anymore, because a lot of them don't act like they should. So we want you to be treated the way you should be treated, respectively, and bring Austin home without a bunch of drama and dragging you through any more mess than what you've been drugged through, girl.
Right. It seems like level-headed and Arctic, they got a pretty good group going. I'm trying to stick with you guys. That way, like I said, if you guys just let me know that you're in that group, that would be fabulous.
Yes, level-headed
Because
is
otherwise,
amazing.
I'm kind of at the point where I'm just like scrolling.
Yeah, I don't blame you. I don't blame you a bit. Like I said, the Arctic and Level and Checking and all of us, that are here in our group, and we'll make sure that we're here for you, and anything you need, girl, anything at all.
I appreciate it. Sure do.
Arctic, you still hanging in there with me, honey? I know you're exhausted. Did we lose him?
He's sleeping.
Well, he may have passed out
No,
on us.
I'm here. I'm sorry. I was working on something in the background. I've got several people messaging me and everything right now too, and it's it's good though, because it's getting attention. So
Right, that's awesome. That's what we want. Good deal. Well,
All right,
guys, I think
thank
I'm
you.
gonna
Much
end
love.
this live. Yes, sending love, and again, thank you for all being here, and thank you for coming up on panel, Arctic. Thank you so much, and I'll make sure that everybody's links are in the description, and the Facebook links are in the description. So you guys share this out, share his story. Let's bring Austin home.
Okay, Arctic, I'll go ahead
Bring him
and send you a message about the Cash App. That way, if you wanted to go ahead and post that out, so we can start, getting some gas money funds to be going back and forth, and some lawyer funds to be trying to get this girl behind bars, and whatever.
yeah, I can definitely do that. What I'll do is, when you send me that, I'll go into all the videos and the lives that we've done, and I'll put a little I'll put it in the description box that they can donate to you at that Cash App.
Okay,
Yep,
and
same.
y'all, I really like hate that. Like, I don't want to be needy, but at this point, I really just, I don't know what to do. I literally used the last of my tank of gas today to, run down yonder. I had grandma trying to give me that little grandma love, but that's like a gallon of gas at this point in life. So,
Girl, I know I've got a 30-year-old truck that drinks gas like an alcoholic.
Right, and
Oh,
$5
man.
a gallon. You're not being needy. You're a mother of a missing child that needs help. So it's not being needy. It's needing help. And we do have a great community here and a lot of good people, and we'll get it out there and get you some gas money. Because she needs money to be able to go back and forth and talk to these officials and push this police department to get off their asses and do their job.
And I got to go to court now, too.
Yeah, and on top of that, they gave her a ticket for looking for her missing son. So definitely, guys, watch out for those descriptions to change, and I'll share it on my community post whenever we get it, and we'll make sure that we get it out there.
I
Yeah,
sure
I'll make the
appreciate
community
that.
tab post too. So
All right. Well, I'm hopping off of here. Much love. Thank you so much for putting it out there. Thank you for the prayers. Thanks for the good thoughts, good vibes. I really, really appreciate it. We really, really need it. And I'm sure I will talk to all of you guys tomorrow.
Oh, absolutely, honey.
All
Absolutely.
right.
And thanks everybody for being here.
yeah, thank you for having me. As always, it's always a pleasure.
Yes, sir. Thank you for coming up.
All
I'm
right. Night,
honored to have
y'all.
you up. Good night, Sluggy. All right, guys, I'm going to say good night and thanks everybody for being here. And like I said, share out. If you haven't already, reach down and, you know, as Arctic likes to say, leave some DNA on that like button and share button. Let's get Austin's story out there and help Sandra bring her son home. And share out these videos. Check my description. I'll update that. Make sure all the links are in there. Remember, if you see something, say something. Watch, listen, and speak. And it takes a village to raise a child. We see that. We live in a world of a broken justice system. So if we don't stand together, guys, we will fall alone. Thanks to all my mods for being here. Thanks to all my subs, all my watchers, everybody. Guys, send up those prayers. And like I said, hold your babies tight tonight.